In the late 1800s, shaving was a dangerous, time-consuming ritual that most American men dreaded. If you didn't want to risk your life with a cutthroat straight razor at home, you had to visit a barber to have a blade stropped and sharpened. Enter King Camp Gillette, a 40-year-old traveling salesman who was tired of his dull blades and even more tired of his lack of fortune. One morning in 1895, while standing over his sink with a face full of lather, Gillette had a lightning bolt realization. What if the blade didn't need to be sharpened? What if it was so cheap that you could simply throw it away and replace it? This wasn't just a dream of convenience. It was the birth of a revolutionary concept that would redefine the American economy forever. Gillette's vision was a thin, double-edged piece of steel that was safe enough for anyone to use without training. However, the technology of the time couldn't produce steel that thin and sharp enough for a mass-market price. For 6 long years, scientists and toolmakers told him his idea was physically impossible. Gillette didn't listen. He poured every cent of his savings into the project until he finally teamed up with William Nickerson, an MIT-educated machinist who figured out how to temper and sharpen sheet steel. In 1903, the Gillette Safety Razor Company finally began production. The first year was a disaster, selling only 51 razors and 168 blades. But Gillette knew he wasn't just selling a tool, he was selling a habit. To conquer the market, Gillette pioneered the razor and blade business model, a strategy that still powers companies like HP with printers and Sony with PlayStations today. He sold the heavy, durable handles at a loss, or even gave them away for free to banks and hotels, knowing that once a man owned the handle, he was a customer for life for the high-margin disposable blades. The real turning point came during World War I, when the U.S. government ordered 3.5 million razors and 32 million blades for the troops. Millions of American soldiers returned home with a Gillette habit, cementing the brand as a household name. King Camp Gillette turned a morning frustration into a $1-million empire by realizing that the real money wasn't in the product you keep, but in the parts you throw away. His legacy is the very foundation of modern consumerism, a world where convenience is king and the subscription model reigns supreme. Today, every time you buy a refill or a replacement part, you are participating in the genius of a man who decided that the best way to make a fortune was to sell something that was designed to be replaced.